Sorry, y'all. Trying to fix up here as we cut into the jackfruit. Alright, so just finish this bag. I'm not going to eat the whole bag, by the way. But really good. Have you had jackfruit before? This is what it looks like. Jackfruit is prickly. It's sweet. It's sticky. Let's see if I can rip it. Ah! Oh my gosh, this is a workout. Alright, so clearly that's not happening. So, I need you guys to see what it looks like. I'm gonna try cutting it a different way. How's your project coming? How long? Are you almost done? Which one is this for the? Oh, oh okay. Yeah, so this is called jackfruit, y'all. I finished pegging. This side I cut it in half. Look at that. And this is what the inside of it looks like. So the thing about jackfruit, it's prickly. The skin is thick. It's sticky. This is what it looks like when you cut from the outside of it. This is what it looks like on the inside. So we try cutting it different ways, okay? So now we're gonna try to cut it this way. Give you guys, so you can see it a little bit. All right. Ooh. All right, so that's why it's important to put oil, because this is what it looks like. So I'm trying different ways so you can see from the outside. I don't like cutting it this way. I've seen other people cut it that way, but I'm not a fan of cutting. But I'm just doing it for the purpose of so you guys can see what the outside looks like if you were to cut it around the perimeter. It's really thick. Oh my gosh. The smell, my kids hate the smell. It has a sweet smell to it, but it's a weird taste, okay? Well, the taste is sweet, let me say that, but the smell of it. Hey, thank you for tuning in. Nice. You've never seen this fruit before? All right, so Benjamin, this is what it looks like. It's really huge. And this is a small one. Look at how huge this is. Yeah, I'm eating jackfruit. You got it. They grow really big on the trees. And they actually hang from the tree like this. This one is half of one. I got this. This was really big. It's a good workout. Look at that. Bam. Helps me with my Tina Turner arms, right? Yeah, so that one is small. This one was pretty big because this is half of it. This is half of the size. Oh, yeah. Okay, so Vincent, like what you just said, that's why I'm trying to hurry up and cut both, because I purchased it 2 days ago and my kids are like, when are you going to cut that stinky fruit? And I thought putting it in the refrigerator was going to help with the smell. And let's just say the entire refrigerator and everything in the freezer smells like jackfruit. And yeah, so hopefully I can finish cutting this up tonight. I'm exhausted. No, it's not my first time. I've had it before, but this is my first time trying different ways to cut it. So like here, I've seen some YouTubers where they cut it and they rip it open. I'm trying to, because I wanted you guys to see what it looks like around the stem. I don't like cutting it this way. It's harder for me. I just like to cut it down the middle, dig the center part, and then what afterwards I just pull it like this, and then it's easier to peg it that way. So I was just like, let me experiment. I have an extra one on the side, so let me experiment in different ways in doing that. So doing it this way, I feel it's more sticky. I'm not a fan of it. I don't like doing it like this. So I think I'm gonna just stick to my old ways. But I just wanted you guys to see, like, when people rip it from the side, but this is what it looks like around the stem of it. But I just like to cut this piece in half, cut this part out, or rip it out, because as you can see, it's very sticky. It's a very sticky fruit. So I should put more oil on my hands. I heard that technique where someone said they put coconut oil in their hand, and then they also put coconut oil on the knife, because as you can see, it's really sticky. So has anyone else had jackfruit before? Do you guys love it? So Vincent, I noticed you said that your parents ate jackfruit. What about you? I'm trying to get my kids to eat it, but they're like, oh my gosh, the thing stinks. All right, so it's like once you cut into it, more of the sap comes out. So that's why I'm just like, okay, I think my experiment in cutting it in different ways, I think it's over with. I just want to cut into this thing and go to bed. But this is what it looks like up close. See, guys? You don't want to eat these white parts. Yeah, don't eat that. It smells, I like the smell. It has a sweet smell to it. And it's really sticky. And it's so good. Oh, they sliced it out. Okay. So that's the thing. I've had it more. Maybe it's a jackfruit that I'm getting. I don't know. But I haven't had success doing it that way. I just cut it down the middle and then I cut it down again. So I just do this. Okay, this is close to the top, so it's kind of hard here. So I know what I'm doing looks like a hot mess, but like I said, for the purpose of learning together, growing together, I'm trying different ways. But this is my preferred way. Like I said, just to cut it down the middle. But because the stem is on this side, this piece of it is a little harder. So I'm just going to cut it down. I guess the closer, so this is my first time getting so close to the stem this way, it's really hard to cut through. I'm like using all my strength, and look, I think I'm pretty strong, right? But I'm still having trouble. So I guess for this side of it, I'm just gonna have to do it by cutting around it, because this section here is so hard to cut. And I'm finding it difficult to work my way through. So for those of you who are experts cutting jackfruit, hey, I'm still learning. So for now, I'm just going to cut along the sides, because this part is really, really hard to cut. And, oh my gosh. I feel like I'm making a mess here. Well, I haven't made a full mess yet, but if you see the floor, you're going to see it. Because I've already pegged half of it. This is the other half, but this is the top half. And it seems like the top half of the jackfruit is thicker. It's even thicker than the bottom half. So I'm finding it challenging to get all the way through. And this is the biggest knife that I have here. I don't have the fancy knife that they sell on Amazon. I got this at more than likely Walmart. The knives there are not bad, but I'm pretty sure I got it as part of the cheap knife sets. But it's really hard to cut through. So I'm using all my might. I'm going to have to press down on both sides. So I'm trying to cut it this way. I haven't really cut it this way before. Oh, man, it's really thick. So if you've never seen the top part of jackfruit before, it's really thick. Look at this. See that? Oh, how I rate it? I love the taste. I would rate it 10 out of 10. That's how I rate it. Ask my other family members. Well, my mom. So my mom loves jackfruit. But when it comes down to the others, they're like, oh, let me see. Yes, I have tried dragon fruit before. So it's a little challenging. The white dragon fruit has no flavor at all. It's a bunch of seeds, but because of the health benefits, I love it. Now, when I go to Pliable, I don't know if have you heard of Pliable before? So it's this location. It sells fruit in a bowl, and when they sell it, the base of it is a purple dragon fruit. I love how that tastes. They have it frozen. So I don't know if they add sugar to it or what, but the purple dragon fruit to me has a sweeter taste than the white dragon fruit. But all of it is good stuff. All right, so yeah, cutting it this way, I don't know. I guess so far it seems like cutting this way might be better, because now that I've done it this way for the first time, kind of folding it from the stem, it seems like the pegs might come off quicker. I'm gonna give it a try. I'm really cutting with all my might. This thing is really thick. Look at that. I don't know if you guys can see it, but look at the thickness of this. Look at how thick that is. So getting so close to the top part is so sticky. And like I said, I'm trying with all my might to cut through, and I'm experiencing some challenges. It's not budging. Like, I'm really forcing my way, and it's not budging. So what I'm going to do is just pull it back. If you guys can see it here, I'm just going to pull it down. You have to be careful. So, all right. So I went ahead and I pulled it down, and it's supposed to be able to peg easier, which so far I'm trying, but it's not pegging as easy as when I cut it down the middle. Yeah. I'm gonna have to get another Ziploc bag, because this Ziploc bag is full. So now it's time to get another one. I'm going to take a moment, because look how everything's like just sticky. I don't want everything to stick in my refrigerator. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to add some more oil to help. So yeah. All right, so I added some more oil here to help as I take this off, but I put too much. So we're just going to keep on pegging this. But if you want to like reduce the time a little bit, just take the knife and get at the tip of the stem, and then there you go. Ah! Oh my gosh. This thing is sharp. Oh, I was like, did I cut myself? Oh my gosh. And if this is your first time looking on the inside of the jackfruit, this is what it looks like. Well, that was a seed. I got a new bag here to put the jackfruit in. If you're from the islands, I'm from the island of Jamaica, and I love jackfruit. They grow really big. This is what the seed looks like. So I planted a few in my backyard, what my son did. And the goal is to hopefully one day have our own jackfruit tree. Tastes so good. I normally cut off this top part. All right, so I guess you get the pegs in the fullness here when you cut it from the outside, which is definitely different than cutting it from the inside. This is what it looks like. So you don't want to eat these white pieces here. This, you just take it off. Bam. Sometimes it's hard to rip off. So I just cut it like that. And then just, yeah, keep it going. So this is my first time cutting it on the stem like that. You definitely want to be careful when you're using a knife. I'm trying this technique, but I'm not a fan of it. I don't like it this way. I think the way I normally do it is so much easier. I feel it's hard to take the pegs off when I do it this way. I'm having to use a knife to kind of dig in to take it off. And yeah. So I highly feel like this is going to be my last time doing it this way. So this time I cut it from the outside, and I really don't like how it turned out. Yeah, I'm not a fan of it. But the way it smells, it has a sweet smell to it. It's everyone has their own. Whoa! My daughter's showing me her project. Don't worry, I'm not gonna ask you to come over here to show it. Okay, that looks really nice. You spell everything correctly? Dermatologist. Okay. Did you include any like personal stories?
No.
You don't want to include personal stories?
No, I didn't think of it.
Maybe when you do your presentation, you can talk about like if you're going to present it, like which products worked really well. It looks really good. Maybe put it in the garbage bag so it doesn't get damaged. And then hang it by the door. Because you're taking it with you tomorrow, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, what do you think about doing that?
I'll do it in the morning.
Okay. But it looks good. I'm proud of you. You pressed through. You finished it.
Yeah. On to the next part.
Not tonight, right?
No, tomorrow.
Okay. Does anybody know what this is called? This is jackfruit. Oh, it is so delicious and so nutritious. Yeah, I kind of cut it differently than how I normally would cut it. And I'm not a fan of how it turned out. And cutting by the stem, by this part, is really, really thick. See the thickness there? So it's hard for me to cut through. So I feel like I'm robbing myself of delicious jackfruit. I'm going to try to cut it down this way. Let's see if it works. And it doesn't. I'm like literally using all my strength. Try it this way. Like literally, look at that. It's so hard to cut through. Times like this, I wish I had a machete. Whew. Yeah, that is not going anywhere. Oh my gosh. This is so hard. I don't want to miss out on any jackfruit that's hiding up in there. Jackfruit at this location where I got it from, friends, it was $1.69 a pound. That's a great deal. When you go to places like Whole Foods, they sell a quarter of a jackfruit for like $15. Just, I don't know what the price is now, but at that point, it's like, this is crazy. But I found an Asian market and they sell it $1.69 a pound. I was so happy. That's why I bought two. Has anyone had jackfruit before? It is definitely an acquired smell if you're so I've been told, but for me, I'm like, okay, I can bear the smell because I can't wait to eat it. But not everybody can. For vegetarians, they buy the canned one, and I don't like the canned. Ugh. It's gross. The canned jackfruit, no, you don't want that. All right. All right, so at this point, I'm just going to cut around it. For the sake of time, because it's getting really late. It is 10 o'clock. Oh my gosh. Bedtime. I don't want to leave this here. It's just I'm trying to hurry up and put it in the Ziploc bag. If it wasn't a school night, I would have asked my amazing children to help me. Because I know they love jackfruit. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. All right, this part, I forgot to take it off. It's just really hard. We definitely don't want to bite into that. All right. Yes, I made a mistake. Forgot to take that white part of it off. Ugh. It is really hard. Making progress. Yeah, so cutting it close to the stem is hard. It is so challenging. It's not as easier when I try to peg it from the other side. Gotta cut around. It's more work when I do it on this side. Because look at that. One of these white pieces, getting your teeth, oh my gosh, it's horrible. It's like a thick piece of, imagine like a really thick piece of floss. It's like, oh my gosh. Try not to get on my clothes. Sorry, guys. But all right, let's see here. It like the seed looks like a big what kind of seed is that? Oh man, it's not a pinto bean maybe? Looks like a big pinto. Oh! My bad. I'm gonna clean that up. I'm just trying to find some more. My phone's like falling off. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna get a separate one for the seeds, a separate bag for the seeds. Okay, so I guess that's another way of doing it. Yeah, pieces closer to the stem is really thick. Really, really good. Just make sure to take off. You see this part? Take these white strings off because you're not going to be able to eat it. It's going to get stuck in your teeth. It has a really nice sweet taste to it. It smells like candy to me, but they say they don't like it. This is my bad. This is my bad. They don't like jackfruit. Yeah, I guess that was an easier way. Just cut it straight down, I guess. This when I do it this way, I feel like I have to take off more of the white stuff that's around it. Shifra? So we're cutting up jackfruit tonight. It's okay. All right. Cutting up jackfruit. I'm going to share this with my mom. She loves jackfruit. I tried to cut it a different way this time, and I don't like it this way. I don't like cutting it this way. I feel like this way is taking longer. It's by the stem, and the stem is extra thick. It's hard to cut through. I feel like I'm missing out on jackfruit when I do it this way. So I'm just going to cut along the side of the stem. Definitely got to be careful when using a knife. And just call it a lost cause, where I can't really get to the other pieces of jackfruit that's further up. I'm going to try to cut down here because I'm really trying. So like when I cut it on this side, I was able to like do this, and then I could peg it easier. But when I tried this technique, cutting it around the side, it didn't go well. I don't like how it tastes close to the stem. Yeah, it doesn't have yeah. I'm gonna taste another piece just in case it was just that particular one, but yeah, maybe it was just that piece. All right, so that's a wrap. I'm sure I could probably squeeze a little bit. And squeeze an extra few pieces out of it. Yeah. All right, so I finish. This is what it looks like now that I finished pegging it. So I have all these seeds here. Some people, what they do with jackfruit seeds, they boil them, bake it, and eat it. So the reason why they boil it is to soften it up, and then they eat them. So who knows? I might start planting some jackfruit seeds. I'm gonna get another Ziploc bag here, and I'm gonna put the seeds in this bag, and I'm gonna throw the rest of the other parts away. It's really hard, like when you're cutting through the stem, when you're cutting through this part. Look at how thick that is. It was so hard to cut through. So I'm just gonna call it a night with that. And for this one, I'm gonna try tomorrow. I asked the store if they froze their jackfruits before they put them out. They told me no, but I think they do, because on the base of this one, it's cold. It's like ice cold. It's frozen. So I don't know if there's a spray they put around it. I don't know. I'm not going to cut into it now because it's really hard. It doesn't seem like it's ripe. Hey, Akeem, thank you for joining. But yeah, I'm not going to cut. I was going to cut into this tonight, but it's a lot of work. If you've never had jackfruit before, it's prickly, it's heavy. This one is actually small. If you watch some of I think I may have posted it on this platform, I don't remember. But I had one, it was like 3 times this one. And look at this. You do a whole workout plan with this jackfruit. So what I'm doing now is I'm packing up the seeds. I'm gonna throw away the trash, meaning like these pieces here. Look at how thick it is, the thickest thing. And then yeah, go to bed. All right, this is what the seeds look like. So it's cleanup time. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm actually gonna try it because I almost cut myself. So the good thing is I was able to get this whole bag full and this bag. I'm probably sure I could have squeezed out some more, but I didn't feel like the tip of it is really, really hard to cut through. So now I'm just cleaning up. I'm sure my family's going to be glad that instead of 2 jackfruits inside the house, it's just 1 left. So that should help with the smell. I feel like it has like this sweetish smell, but my family doesn't think so. They think it stinks. But when it's in the house for more than a day, that's when I start to smell. I don't smell it right away. I guess because I'm just looking forward to cutting into it. Still picking up the seeds. Look at all these seeds. Look at that. So I'm just cleaning up after cutting into an entire jackfruit. I finished one whole one. I'm not gonna do this one tonight. Ah, it's heavy. It's weighty. It's good for a workout plan. And it's nutritious for you as well. This is what the inside of the stem looks like when you cut it. I like to cut it in half. I feel that way is easier. I'm able to just pull the skin back like this, boom, and then rip out the stuff. Doing it the other way, it wasn't easy. It was difficult. It was hard to cut through. And it might be because that section of it was closer to the stem, like I said. You definitely, whenever you cut into jackfruit, you want to put oil on your fingers. Some people like to put coconut oil instead of like olive oil because of the taste of it. I like coconut oil. I didn't, I ran out or I couldn't find it because sometimes we use it for our skin. We use it for so many reasons. Coconut oil has a whole bunch of benefits. So now I'm just going through to get all the seeds. We are going to plant some of the seeds and I'm going to give the rest to my mom so she can boil them, bake it. Yeah, look at that. All right. It's so good. All right. Now for cleanup. So, bag of seeds. There you go. One big jackfruit down and one more to go. Not tonight though. It's time for bed. So, can you do me a favor, please? Oh, don't worry about it. I'll get it. No, I was going to ask if you could bring the garbage bag around here, but I'll get it. So this was the before, and this is the after. All right, y'all. I'm going to go get the garbage bag, and I'll be back. All right. So it's cleanup time. We just finished cutting up all the jackfruit. Like I said, this is what it looks like on the inside. Once you're done, the skin is really thick. So you guys can see it some more. I know there's more jackfruit on it, but I'm tired and it tastes different because of how, look, it's by the stem. This section is so thick. So as I'm going through it, I'm finding more seeds. So I save the seeds. I'm saving the seeds and all the seeds I find in here. More seeds. More seeds. Boop, boop. I'm tired. I'll get another garbage bag. I'm going to keep this back solely for the seeds. So like this, when it has a yellow film on it, you just... So I'm going to try. I don't know how this is going to turn out. I know they do pumpkin porridge. I'm going to try jackfruit porridge. I have no idea what that's going to taste like, but we're going to give it a try. All right, so now I picked up everything, for the most part, everything that's on the table I picked up. But I didn't pick up the stuff on the floor. So... I'd rather use the big, thick garbage bags because of the smell. My family doesn't like the smell of jackfruit. So I put it on here. I'm just going to shake off everything. But if you've never seen jackfruit before, that's what it looks like. This is what jackfruit looks like on the outside. This is what it looks like on the inside. And now it's cleanup time. I'm trying not to make more of a mess on the floor like I did before. Well, there goes that plan. So, I don't know if I could turn this into compost. I don't know. The skin is so thick, so I don't know how that would work. I'm going to look that up. If you guys know, can you let me know? Comment section below. Alright, so that's about it. That is a wrap, ladies and gentlemen. One thing jackfruit would do. Let me stop. This thing is really heavy. This fruit is a heavy fruit. It gives you a workout. Look at this. Like, you can literally work out with this fruit, okay? This thing is heavy. It's heavy. All right, y'all. I'm going to call it a night. Well, in a minute. We're going to get the broom. And if you're cutting jackfruit, I would recommend, you see how thick this garbage bag is? And you want to make sure you get a garbage bag that's not the little flimsy one, but you want it to be thick so that way the smell doesn't come out. Because for me, because I like jackfruit, it doesn't smell horrible to me, but my family, they're like, oh my gosh, the thing stinks, disgusting. So I love jackfruit. That's why I got the thick bag to keep it in. So now I need to find the broom because when I was pegging it, a lot of pieces fell on the floor. And because it's sticky, you don't want that to stay on the floor. So I'm trying to figure out, where did I put the broom? I'm not seeing the broom over here, so I'm going to try to find the broom really quick to sweep up. But if you're new to seeing what jackfruit looks like, here you go. That's what it looks like. All right. It is cleanup time. It's cleanup time. So we finished cutting up the jackfruit. This is what it looks like before you cut it. This is what it looks like after. And here goes the seeds. So when I was pegging it, a lot of, like, some of the pegs fell on the floor, some of the seeds fell on the floor. So I'm just sweeping up the mess. And if you don't know about jackfruit is sticky, so you gotta be careful. Alright. There's an Easter egg that got caught up in that. But now it's cleanup time. After I finished cleaning up the jackfruit, some of the pegs fell on the floor, and we found half of an Easter egg. So clearly, this little corner wasn't taken care of. But let me know in the comment section below, have you enjoyed jackfruit before? Do you like the smell of jackfruit? Do you like the flavor of jackfruit? I do. Just sweeping up now that we finished cutting up the jackfruit. Oh, gosh. Whew. All right, y'all. Well, let me know what your thoughts are. If you're used to cutting up jackfruit, any tips on better ways to cut jackfruit? Do you freeze it? How do you, make your jackfruit with the meals? I like to eat it by itself. But I've heard of so many creative ways. There are some people who are vegetarians who do they do it similar to like a pulled pork sandwich, like an alternative with jackfruit, barbecue sauce, and they do a whole sandwich. So this other creator, I'm trying to remember his YouTube handle. I know his name, his government name, which I don't know if he actually says it on the page, so I won't say that. But when his page, Yardy Belly, yes, that is the name, Yardy Belly. Check his page out because he's done some great things with jackfruit that I never thought of before. I was hoping to be able to experience it myself. He was supposed to make it. His wife told me about it. Like, oh my gosh, my husband made this real delicious sandwich using jackfruit as a meat substitute. And I know a lot of restaurants, they do that. They use jackfruit as a meat substitute. The other thing is, I don't like how canned jackfruit tastes. Have you had canned jackfruit before? It doesn't taste anything like fresh jackfruit. It's spongy. It's like they just took the whole jackfruit and cut up the rind along with the middle section. And some of them, come to think of it, because when I had jackfruit in the can, I was disgusted by it. I was like, oh my gosh, this thing is bland, it's disgusting. But when I ate fresh jackfruit, like what you see here, this is a smaller jackfruit. When you cut it up, this is what it looks like on the inside. It's so sweet. So compared to the can, I'll get actual, like, the jackfruit by itself, hands down. I get it like that all the time. People even, for example, my mom told me, and the reason why I'm repeating, if you're watching the replay, sorry, this is a live. So as you know, with live, you have some people who join you for the first time. some people who stick around for the entire live. I want to say thank you. Sorry, I meant to say thank you earlier. I'm just getting caught up, but thank you for joining the live. And these are jackfruit seeds. This is what it looks like. It looks like white kidney beans. So what people do, well, what I've been told, I haven't tried it yet, I'm going to try it though, is they boil the seeds, bake the seeds, and eat the seeds. I'm going to try plant. We actually planted a few. We haven't seen anything sprout yet, but I can't wait, because if it starts sprouting, my friends, we don't have to buy jackfruit anymore from the store. You want to know why? Because jackfruit is expensive depending on where you go. So I got a great deal at an Asian market in South Florida. It's in Broward County. They have it like every other weekend. One weekend I purchased it. I got one. I got a really big one. I pegged it, saved some for myself, shared some with my mom. And for the next few weeks, they didn't have it. I was like, what is going on? When are you going to get the order? It's like, they don't know when they're going to get the order of jackfruit. So this time around, I was like, okay. I went in on a Wednesday and they had it there. No, I went in on a Tuesday and they had loads of jackfruit. And I ended up getting 2. The only thing I didn't think about was the smell. Oh my goodness. One jackfruit alone has a acquired scent. 2 jackfruits together that's ripening is a whole nother story that I didn't plan for. I was just focused on, oh my gosh, I get to have more. I'm going to share some more with my mom. And I got backlash. I was like, Mommy, why are you getting this? Oh my gosh, the jackfruit smells up the entire house. The jackfruit. And I thought putting jackfruit in the refrigerator would help kind of, I don't know, contain this smell in a way, because it wasn't going through the whole ripening process on the outside. So I was like, well, let me go ahead and put the jackfruit in the refrigerator. Not the best idea. Like I said, it was my first time having 2 jackfruits. Normally, I have half a jackfruit, quarter of jackfruit. When I go to like Whole Foods, they normally don't sell it whole like this. But this particular Asian market I went to had the whole entire jackfruit. Okay? So because of that reason, they had several, so it wasn't like the last 2 that I purchased. They had about a good 7 jackfruits. So what I did, I got 2. Why? Because I love jackfruit and my mom loves jackfruit. So you guys, it's getting late. And I am almost finished cleaning up. But if you've never seen jackfruit before, this is what it looks like before. This is what jackfruit looks like after you cut it up. Oh, thank you for the love. Oh, hello, Sheldon. Thank you for joining. I appreciate it. And hey, take a look. I don't know if you notice this piece here. Do you recognize this piece? Take a look, buddy. Look at what I have here. Yes. So this beautiful piece can be an image on the wall, or it could be a nice tabletop. And it's taken by the gentleman himself, Sheldon Levine, or Sheldon Love. Make sure to follow his page. So you came at the end. I'm trying to hit the hour mark and I'm pressing through. I have a few more seconds to go. But this is what jackfruit looks like after you cut it up. I'm just cleaning up now. But yeah, this is what it looks like. This is jackfruit. This is a small one. They're much bigger. The one I cut into was much bigger than this, but it's prickly. It's sharp. It has an acquired smell. It tastes sweet. It's delicious. And last but not least, this is what the seeds look like. Jackfruit seeds look like this. So I've been told, people, well, my mom told me that's what she does. She would boil them, bake them, and eat them. So yes, ladies and gentlemen, that's a wrap. I've hit my 1 hour. I set a goal today. I was like, you know what? Tonight we're going to hang out for at least an hour. And I pressed through and I did it. But I have to get up for work in the morning. So thank you for tuning in to TFG365 Guide, and I can't wait to see you in the next live. Thanks again, and big shout out to the big time photographer, Sheldon Love, who made his way to join the live. And look what I got here. Woohoo! All right, so make sure to he's on there. Sheldon Love. He has his YouTube page. Make sure to follow him. then you can shop and get some of these items. All right, y'all, gotta go. Kiddos, bedtime routine and all that. But thanks for tuning in.